welcome to the RV Foodie. We're in my hometown, Joliet, Illinois, land of Lincoln, field after field of corn, great steaks, and nothing like some homegrown tomatoes. I borrowed my parents' car while we are parked in the RV, and right now we're going through Pilcher Park, an amazing place to be able to run around in and discover nature. It's really awesome to see all of these places still here. And this goes through my old neighborhood all the way into Joliet, where we'll go and pick up some great caramel apples and see where the old farm stand used to be. On the left here is Stefanich's Restaurant and Lounge. That was one of the places that my dad worked when he was in high school. They were known for their fried chicken. Dad would deliver fried chicken. The East Side Greenhouse looks like it's still here. That's where we would go and we'd get all of our plant startings, because every summer my parents would grow a great big garden. Right behind me used to be Simodis's farm stand, and every summer we'd wait for the farm stand to open. We'd have good fresh strawberries and cantaloupe and watermelon and tomatoes and peppers and onions, and they'd always welcome us and remember us from year to year. You can't get that stuff here anymore. You can only go to those big box stores, which I know are necessary, but it's no longer about what's in season. Do you have that peach that drips down to your elbow, but strawberries in January and tomatoes in February, all of which don't really taste like anything. So it's kind of weird to be back here in the heartland where there's farmland right next to the big box grocery store, and not to have any of that fresh produce that was grown just around the corner. I couldn't come to Joliet without a stop at Marishka's. Get a load of that sign. It's so incredible. I mean, we were just on Route 66, and we still have this wonderful neon sign. Marishka's was established in 1933. These are the kind of places that are the cornerstone of a community. It's where people gather for important things. Baby showers, graduations, confirmations, funerals, the happy times and the sad times. It's so important, and it makes me feel so good as we come back here that this place is still here. I can't wait. Caramel made with real cream and butter and tart apples makes for the best combination. We had such a great day today, rediscovering some of my favorite places. So tonight we're gonna make steak from my favorite butcher right around the corner from where I grew up. Tomatoes from my mom and dad's garden, an absolutely delicious piece of burrata, and some perfectly grown basil that we take with us wherever we go. And although we're in the hometown I grew up in, there's nothing like having a glass of wine from the place that I call home now. So, San Recruiter, I'm so glad you get to come with me wherever I go. It's gotten cold, so we're gonna cook it inside. For the longest time, I thought it was impossible to cook a good steak inside. I grew up having a grill right outside the back door, and so it didn't matter whether or not there was snow on the ground or the grass was green. We cooked outside, and so it took me a little while to figure out how to make a good steak inside, and it's all about a really nice hot pan. The trickiest part of cooking inside an RV is the smoke alarm. I've done it a couple minutes on each side. It's nicely browned. Now I'm just gonna baste it just for a moment with all this good garlic butter. Now we're gonna let this rest, and while we do that, I'm gonna slice up some tomatoes. As we took our walk with Gabby, I took Kelly right behind my old backyard. When I was a kid, we would walk the railroad tracks and pick blackberries. There weren't any blackberries anymore, and there actually isn't even a railroad track. The shed that my dad built is still there, and I got to tell Kelly about how from that shed to the other edge of the backyard, my dad and mom every year planted an amazing garden. They don't do that as much anymore. Matter of fact, the only thing that they have growing this year are these delicious tomatoes. But I got to remember what it was like to grow up with all this fresh food. I have been a cheesehead probably for my entire life. So it's perfect to be able to have these lovely pieces of deliciousness. Burrata, which is mozzarella stretched into this beautiful ball. We're gonna drizzle it with a little bit of balsamic. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to dig into this. I like my steak medium rare, so I do it by touch. My steak, when I touch it and push on it a little bit like this, should feel just about the way that it feels when I'm touching this part of my palm. Perfection. Good way to end a good day. Cheers. We're right in front of a new brewery here, right in downtown Joliet. It's so amazing to be right in the middle of stuff that is so old, and at the same time seeing things that are brand new. Now a Joliet skyline. That is the new campus for Joliet Junior College. Things that have left the Joliet area way before even I was a kid are moving back right into the downtown area. So it's a time of transition. It's a time of new life and innovation. I'm excited. I'm excited, even in the midst of what seems like chaos, to see new things being born.